Hey everyone, welcome to obviously it's not a video of my hands, a brand new version of PKB Rip and Flip. Today we are doing a review of my personal collection of graded cards. Now we're going to be going over PSA and BGS, or BCCG, which is an older version of Beckett.com. So first ones I'm going to start with is my PSA basketball slabs. I've got a few. And I'm going to go through who they are and why I basically got them. Okay, so first one is going to be my Donovan Mitchell PSA 9 mint. Okay, now if you haven't got any cards graded, please excuse the light and the reflection. These are basically mirror cards. If you haven't got anything graded, what you want to look for when you get things graded, there's scratches on the case and everything here, which is a little bit different. Some come with, if you buy them off people, they don't have the plastic covers on. Some people keep them on, like if you get figures graded and stuff, you can get polythene bags and stuff that protect the actual case, because people don't like buying cases sometimes if they're scratched or damaged. Okay, so what you're going to look for when you're getting cards graded, so this is, I'm going to show you the difference between PSA and BGS as well, so see what they do. This is an all over 9, so what they're looking for is the centering of the card. So basically looking for symmetry on both sides. For example, from the top to the bottom, the gaps on the edges is usually the best place to try and like tell how even it's going to be. Now on the side here, so you can count 4 dots. That one's a little bit further out than the 4 dots on this side. So basically that's the only reason you can tell it's not centered. And then they do the surface and the edges all the way around, and then your corners obviously. But they also grade on what the back of the card is like. I didn't realize this when I sent my first lot of cards off to the graders. I've currently got 40 cards at the graders right now. I've just sent another 40 off. They're getting sent off next Friday. So just remember, if you're on eBay or whatever site you're buying a card from, you're like, yeah, the front's amazing, the corners are great, the edges are great. Check the back too, okay? Please check the back, because I've sent lots of cards off pre-screening. I was like, yeah, to come back, I think it's perfect to come back as an 8 or a 9. I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, dink on the back, crease on the back, scratch on the back. So also when you're opening your packs, make sure you are aware of how you're treating the back of the card as well. Don't just throw it on the side and let it slide across the edge and stuff, because that's going to take some value off the card big time. Now, another difference between a 9 and a 10, I'm going to show you a 10 in a minute, but I'm just going to go through these first, is about, say for example, this in a 10 is like $400, £400 or whatever. This will be a third of that price. Yeah, so between 10s and 9s, there's always, it's like roughly a third of the price of a 10. If a 10 is like $1,000 and this is only still 100 quid, this will eventually, it's like a rubber band effect, this will eventually catch up and be a third of that price. So this is also a good time to invest in cards like this. So for example, if this guy's PSA 10 goes up to $1,000, and this is sitting at 100, I'm like, cool, I'm going to wait, because that will eventually catch up. People can't afford the 10s, so they go for the 9s. That drives the price up a little bit. This will eventually go to £300. You know what I mean? So there's Donovan Mitchell anyway, 2017 rookie. This guy's awesome. He's definitely the best player on his team. Always scoring a good amount and getting some good rebounds and everything like that. So if you watch basketball, you definitely know who this guy is. If you don't watch basketball, start watching and do your best to do your research first. I did a bit of research, obviously, watch some sites and watch some guys who are just do research on basketball and grades and the market and everything like that. That's why I got this guy. All right, so there's Donovan Mitchell, PSA 9. The next PSA I've got, this guy's a massive deal, absolutely massive deal. So a PSA 10 of this, I think, last time I checked, was about £800. Sorry, $800. So that means this PSA 9 will be a third of that price. And I didn't even pay a third of that price. I think I paid about £80 for this. And it was a while back. Probably about 6 or 7 months ago. Losing track of time in the lockdown. But I think paid about 70 quid for this. And I can probably sell it now, if I wanted to, for about £200. Between 150 and £200. So double your money straight away. And that's a 2018 Trae Young Prism. Yeah, just a base Prism. I've got some silvers and all different effects and stuff I'm going to show you in a minute, but I bought this off someone, didn't get it graded myself. All the cards here I've bought graded. And then when I get mine back from the graders, I'll obviously do a review of all of them. But this guy, if you probably won't be able to now, if you can get a PSA 9 or 10 of this guy, it's an investment. Simple as that, because he's an incredible player. 2018, basically from that class, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, and DeAndre Ayton. Probably, I mean, DeAndre Ayton isn't playing amazing right now, but expectations are super high, and he's still scoring well. He's still getting a good average on everything. Those three are the guys you probably want to be looking at from 2018, in my opinion, and from the research I've done. So Trae Young, amazing investment. If you can get this card or a silver, the silvers are just out of this world price-wise. Autograph cards, anything like that. But I seen Gary Vee talking about these the other day, and anything Gary Vee says will influence the market big time, especially when it comes to trading cards. He said going for alternate rookie cards, like there's loads of other subsets from Panini, Topps, all this kind of stuff. The rookie cards from those sets will eventually catch up as well. They'll never be as much as the Prisms or the Optics or Selects or anything like that, but they will still be worth something because it's a rookie of those players. And there's some really, really sweet artwork and some really cool cards out there that aren't this subset, you know what I mean? So Trae Young, if you can get him, all right? An amazing investment. Next one I've got, Ja Morant. This is a Fanatics optic, yeah? So we're going from the Prism here to the Optics, another subset. Probably the second most popular subset, just because they're really cool cards. All of them are like, I've got a good shiny effect on them. And obviously it's a rookie too, yeah? So it's sort of rated rookie. Optic, so it's basically a Dunross, yeah? So scrap all what I've just said about Optics. Panini Dunross is a subset, and then Optics are a kind of a subset of Donruss. They're the shiny versions, basically, all right? And there's an O in the top corner instead of a small D. So this is Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year last year. If you've got any of his cards, you would have noticed the price drop a little bit a while ago when he had a second-degree ankle sprain. But he's already training back on the court, and he'll be banging in hoops again in no time. But as soon as he was like kind of released as healthy and everything like that, his prices started creeping back up. But because they're still a little bit lower than they were, you can probably get some nice cards of his right now, cheaper than what they will be in about 5 or 6 months when he starts really setting the courts on fire, because he's an amazing player. And this is going to be an amazing investment, all right? Him and Zion Williamson. I'm going to show you a Zion that I've got in a minute as well. But this guy, I mean, Zion's incredible. You don't really ever get a guy that big, with that much athleticism and strength and power and skill that can shoot from anywhere. So he's kind of a freak. But this guy's probably one of my favourite players that I've ever watched. He's just really, really cool. All right, so that's a 9, and that's a Fanatics. See the silver on it? It's not a silver, but it's a silver kind of funky effect all the way over. So that's that one. Next one is going to be, who I mentioned just a minute ago, DeAndre Ayton. Now this guy's prices shot up about 3 or 4 months ago when the trade market shut, and these guys got a pretty sweet player go over to them, Phoenix Suns, and everyone was like, okay, so now this guy's there, this guy's going to do incredible. He's not doing as well as everybody expectations are kind of what this is all about. But he's not doing super well, so the price has dropped a tiny little bit again. But in my opinion, he was the #1 pick in 2018, so he's obviously got amazing potential. Big dude as well. He's pretty much a, let's say, generic, stereotypical big guy. Doesn't really shoot a lot of threes, but he's got a lot of skill everywhere else and can play all over. He's super well-rounded. So in my opinion, he's a good investment. You might want to hold it if you've got any cards. Keep hold of them for a little bit, because potential. All right, that's what it is. Yep, that's a 10. Yep, so that would be, if that was a 9, it'd be 3 times the price, for example. Yep, so that's that one. And again, that's the base Prism, going back to Prism. So next one, this is an older style optic. See the pattern on it? John Collins. Again, plays with Trae Young. These guys have got an incredible team, actually. Plays with Trae Young, rookie that year, rookie this year. So still super young, got lots and lots of potential. Just the guy I like, because he's very skilled. Again, average scores are really good. And this is just a really cool card. I mean, if you look at the colours and the effect on it, especially if you're new to the hobby, I'm fairly new to the hobby, but I just really like these effects. It's really, really different to the basic optics. For example, this style optic here. Again, it's a different effect, but where have we got this here? I don't think I've got a basic optic actually graded. No, I haven't. If I have, I'll show you in a second. But yeah, another really, really good player. 10, got it really, really cheap. And then his prices went up straight away. So obviously do your research, listen to the pros who are in the hobby and know about investment and marketing, because it is really about marketing. If you're just collecting to get your favorite teams and sets and players, amazing, because it is really exciting opening a pack and thinking, wow, I've got a rookie of my favorite player, my favorite team, etc., etc. Some of us do this to hold and sell later. I'm basically doing this to invest as much as possible to buy a house for my daughter, basically. We've all got our reasons, but that's one of mine. And that's a guy I think has got a lot of potential. Maybe sell this year or within the next 2 to 3, even 4 years. But yeah, that's another one for me. Next one, another big potential. Jaren Jackson Jr. This is a 10. Okay, I got this for a fairly good price. During the time he's been injured, Grizzlies, he plays with one of the best players on the planet, which is, I can't remember his bloody name now. Sorry, Ja Morant. So he plays with Ja Morant. When he's healthy, he'll be playing with Ja Morant. Those two teaming up will be unbelievable, because the skill level is mad. Both super young as well, 2018 rookie. So he's only been in the NBA for 2 years. 2 and a bit, obviously. But this is an incredible card. See the effect on it? This is called a Hyper Pink from the Optic set. And you can only get these certain cards from certain boxes, certain packs, and all these kind of stuff. So these are like special editions of subsets and boxes, basically. Okay, so I really, really like this card. Stood out to me as well because I'm not sure if you can see the purple very well because of the light I've got here. But my favourite colour is purple, and I'm basically a magpie when it comes to shiny stuff. So that's why I got that one as well, because I really like the player, really like the potential. It's a rookie, and it's a cool card. All right. Next one is, this is my final PSA NBA 10. I've got some other 10s in here, but it's different sets, okay? So we've got Kobe White, Fanatics. The other Fanatics we had earlier was the Ja Morant, but this one is a 10. Now, Kobe White, probably, they won in the playoffs last year, but this guy is unbelievable. Shoot from anywhere. Can dunk pretty smoothly as well. Skill levels off the charts. And when it comes to the cards, this is a super cool card as well. It's all about the card, the hype, and if they get lots of attention usually. Now, the Chicago Bulls are one of the biggest teams on the planet, not just because of Michael Jordan, but because of how good they've been in the past. Now they've got I think they sacked one of their coaches, and they've got a new coach in from another team. I can't remember what it is. It slips my memory, but they've got a new coach in, and they're all about building the youngsters up. Now, this guy's got a super ton of potential. Since I bought this, the prices of his cards have gone up. So again, doing your research and buying the right cards, not overspending, unless you can afford it, obviously. Not overspending or breaking the bank is worth it, okay? So this is, again, after Ja Morant. This guy's probably one of my favourite players, Kobe White. All right, so there's the PSA 10s. Again, this is just an overview of my personal collection. Now, here are, you'll notice a big difference in this one, Beckett. Okay, Beckett Grading Systems, BGS, everyone knows it as BGS, but they do subgrades. See the small subgrades here? So basically on this one, the only thing that's let it down is the surface. Sorry, my camera's wobbling a little bit. Center in 8.5, corners 8.5, edges 9, surface 6.5. So if that was an 8 or 9, this would be an 8.5 all over card. So it's 7.5 near mint plus. Really, really cool collection. Michael Jordan, everyone knows who he is if you watch basketball. Even if you don't watch basketball, you probably know who Michael Jordan is. But the surface, see there's a little, I'm not sure if you can see it there, there's a tiny little ding in the top corner. I'm not sure if there's much on the back, but the front, this is a Skybox EX2000 card, Chicago Bulls. Now the back, I'm not sure if there's any surface damage on the back. There might be a tiny little bit, but remember, you judge on the back as much as you are on the front, which is strange really, but you judge the card as a whole, then yeah, it makes sense. All right, so This is my first BGS. I really like BGS because they do the subgrade. So you're like, why is it just this? Why is it, so for example, why is it just the 7.5? It tells you. You're thinking there's nothing wrong with it, blah, blah, surface, okay, as a dink. Then you look and you kind of understand, right, okay, that's why that's got that score, okay? Not worried about selling this one on super quick because I really like the card. A Michael Jordan card prices are probably only going to kind of plateau for a while. Something will be released with him in a few years and the card prices will go up. But I just love the card. And it's not the generic red kit is usually pictured in. I just really like it. So I bought that one. Fairly cheap. Noticing them selling, I think I bought this for about £70. Noticing them selling now, not even graded, for about £180. So I could flip and double my money on that one, but I kind of want to keep it. The missus will want me to sell it because she likes money, but I kind of want to keep it. So there's the first BGS one. The second one, now this guy, rookie from 2018, I cannot believe, I don't think he's overhyped or anything like that, but I cannot believe the prices of his Prism, Silvers, any kind of Prism base card, any PSA 10 in this guy is going to cost you a little bit. So I really like select cards. You'll notice this now we're going through the BGS ones. These are ones I bought later on in my collection, but I really like select cards and they're much, much cheaper than the Prism and Optics. Probably about a third to half the price at the minute. But apparently, from all the talk and the investors and everything, the prices are going to catch up eventually. So this guy, if you know who this guy is, Luka Doncic. Yeah, not really much to say about him apart from he's absolutely awesome. He's just matched in half a season the treble-double amount of LeBron James in his entire career, I think. That was a stat I seen the other day. So this guy is basically, I mean, players and managers and coaches and everyone are saying this guy's the future of the sport. Stays injury free, he's well up there with the best on the planet. And he's very, very young. He only started in 2018. All right, so Luka Doncic. Again, subgrades, I love it because you can see the centering on this one is a 9. Corners 8.5. Edge is 9. Surface 9. So all over, it's a 9 because of 8.5, which is cool because they haven't marked it down to an 8.5 on that one. On the back, again, it's marked on the back, but I really, really like these select cards. This is a basic. It doesn't say on here what it is, but this is a concourse, as far as I know. There's different styles of selects you can get. Again, different from 2018 to 2019, etc., etc. But again, what an investment this is because I got this a lot cheaper. If I tried to get a Prism 9 of Luka Doncic, PSA 9 or whatever, probably would cost me about 200 or 300 quid. This wasn't anywhere near that. All right. So if you can find the good rookies with a 9 at least, 9s are nowhere. BGS 9s especially are nowhere near the price of a PSA 9 because PSA are just a little bit more well known. But it doesn't make sense to me, obviously. But this will catch up eventually because this whole card set is getting more and more popular. All right. So there's another select. Luka Doncic. The next one. My next night, I'm going up in order from lowest to highest. Zion Williamson. Again, absolute freak athlete. Skills off the charts, can shoot from anywhere. Center in 9, corners 10, edges 9.5, surface 9. Now you get some cards with that grading system and it's a 9.5 because there's a 10 and a 9.5 there, but 2 9s for some reason. You average that out, it is actually a 9.5, but no problem, it's still a 9 and it's still a really, really nice card. Now notice the difference between the 2018 and the 2019 concourse. Slightly different, yeah. But these two, as an investment, winning. Unless this guy gets injured again because he's got a bit of a dodgy knee. But you really can't go wrong with it. Average scores they're both getting are unbelievable. Okay, so there's another 2 BGS. I hope you're liking the content on this, guys. If you do, obviously like and subscribe. I haven't been doing this for a long time. I just like to share what I'm doing. This has got the polythene bag on it, so you can't see through very well. And my camera doesn't seem to want to focus at the minute because it's shaking quite a lot. I've got one of the new bendy stands so I can do a bird's eye view. But this guy, Ja Morant, again, one of my favourite players. This is a 9.5 compared to my PSA 9, which I showed you earlier on. The styles are completely different. The pictures are completely different on the court at a photo shoot. So again, you can see the difference there. But again, you see the subgrades, 9, 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. You cannot mark that down less than 9.5 because there's 3 9.5s. All right. Select, concourse. These BGS slabs as well are a lot thicker than the PSA ones. Let me just get another one so you can see the example. See how much thicker they are? And another thing that I really like, all the PSA slabs have got like a little lip. They all slot together, but so do all the BGS ones as well. Just a really nice touch that I think they do. All right, see that same set, concourse, same year, both rookies. Rookie of the year, probably would have got rookie of the year, but he was injured quite a lot of the season. But number 1 pick, number 2 pick, boom, can't go wrong with them. All right, there's them ones. And then the last one I've got, lots of hype around this guy right now. And this is a silver. See the difference? Well, I've got some basic prisms. Just to show you the difference. Not much shine, absolute different color shine on the silver. Okay, again, 2018, both prisms, but look at the difference on this one. The silvers are a lot more sought after than the bases. Again, this is a 9.5, as you can see. 9.5 all over apart from the surface. Now I've seen, I'm going to probably try eventually, but I've seen some guys with the older cards. These have got like a film over the top. Obviously you can't see the card right now because it's in the holder, but these have got like a film over the top. You like a, I don't know, like if you put cling film over it or something, but you know when you get a phone and you've got the film over the top, these have got really well stuck down film over the top apparently, and I've seen some guys peel them off. Now it looks like some dings and stuff on top of the card, and then when they peel this off, flawless. So I might experiment with a few first that aren't graded, get them in, peel the layer off, if there is a layer. I'll need to check on this set first, and then send it back off to get it graded again, because the surface is really what's letting me down on this one. If the surface is an 8.5 like the rest, that might even be a 9, you know what I mean? 8.5 or a 9, so there's them with the BGS. But this one didn't cost me too much. What I could sell it for now is triple what I bought it for. So again, do your research and make sure you don't overspend, and invest in the guys that you believe in and are watching and tracking as well. All right, so there's the basketball PSA and BGS that I've got. Next I'm going to do golf. I did look into a while ago investing in as many golf cards as possible, but the price is just on the, I want to invest in 2 guys, right, in golf, the 2 greatest golfers of all time. Everyone now knows who Tiger Woods is, and there's a brand new documentary out. That's why his card prices have skyrocketed right now, just on a certain few cards. And I mean skyrocketed, like gone into space. But not a lot of people know about a guy called Jack Nicklaus. Now, he is the great, in my opinion, the greatest of all time. Better than Tiger, in my opinion, but nobody knows who he is, so he doesn't get as much airtime. Basically bought this for about 40 quid, 50 quid I think it was. Probably not even that, actually, 25 maybe, but I bought it from America. And that's to see, it's a BCCG. It's an older Beckett. Now, these are Beckett, but these are the newer. BGS, change your name, Beckett grading system. This is a Beckett.com, BCCG, all right? So it's still a Beckett, but it's a 10, but there's no subgrades. Beckett offer a no subgrade or a subgrade service. The subgrade service is about $10 to pounds extra per card. All right, so obviously this guy's gone for the cheaper version, which made it cheaper for me to buy, but it's still a 10 all over. Don't need subgrades anywhere because I know it's a 10. All right, basically that's why I bought it. Now this is a really cool card. See on the card, it kind of tells you what it is. Flip cards, tells you a bit about the guy. Tells you when he's won. If you want to look for one of his rookies, there are rookies out there which people are trying to say are rookies from 1981. But see, it says here, he's won the Open 3 times. His first one was 1961. Again, I'm reading it out just in case the camera doesn't zoom in. So his rookie card is going to be from 1961. So if you see a rookie card online that says, yeah, 1981, Don Russ, blah, 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 it's not his rookie. His card from 1961 is, and I think that's about 8 or 9 grand out of 10. So I won't be buying one of them because I don't have that money to invest. And even if I did, you don't know how much it's going to go up or down. So there's a lot of money to kind of put in and possibly lose. All right, so go for the cheaper ones, wait for the prices to go up. There's my golf. I only got one because as soon as I checked into it, the prices are a lot. Kind of if you're looking to tennis cards right now, a lot of people look into basketball cards, American football, normal, like soccer, football, wherever you're watching this from, and thinking they're the biggest sports, because they kind of are. But if you look at tennis, you know, like Nadal, guys like this, Roger Federer, you look at their rookie cards, they are flying up in price. If you can get one of them before they start going too sky high, I'd highly recommend that. All right, but there's the golf. Now we're going to go for American football. Now the only card I kind of not can afford, obviously, I can probably get more of a 1 or 2, but budget wise, the guy I really like from the 2019 season as a rookie is this guy, Kyler Murray. The hype on this guy is more than real. This guy is absolutely unbelievable, absolute athlete. Follow him on Instagram, training he does. He's a karate man. I'm into my martial arts, so probably makes me like a bit biased. But this is a nice 8.5. Now this is a premier level. It doesn't say at the top. I don't know what it doesn't, but this is a premier level select. See the effect on the outside? Basically just means it's a premier level. Different styles. The basketball ones are called courtside. They're the best ones. They're like the highest level of select cards you can get. These ones are field level, the highest ones you can get. If you can get any of them, boom, you're set. It's a nice little investment when the player is obviously good, okay? So 8.5 means near mint to mint plus. I think the ones that let us down on this one are the centering. You can kind of see, if you look closely, it's not the sides, it's the top and the bottom, I think. See, there's more space at the top than there is at the bottom. Check these things out when you're buying your cards, all right? If the picture isn't too clear, just get the guy to send you another picture. Some people take pictures like this on an angle, so you can't really see the centering, or like that. Oh yeah, that looks nice and centered. It's not centered. All right, so make sure the pictures are good, do your investigations, but still a really nice card. And I actually got this one for free because the guy couldn't find, I bought this, right, off a guy on eBay, and it should have been, it's 9.5, but all of the subgrades, the one I bought, were 9.5. But he said he couldn't find it. Center is a 9. So instead of, I didn't want a refund, I just wanted a card basically. So instead of giving me a refund, partial refund for the card, he basically sent me that for free. What a deal, right? I can't remember off the top of my head what the guy on eBay is called. I'd definitely love to give him a shout out. But yeah, what a deal, right? Absolutely amazing. These cards, again, in the off-season and everything like that with the NFL, the card prices dropped, but definitely keep an eye on this guy. Unbelievable. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is, I can't afford any of his cards unless it's an alternate art card from a different subset or anything like that. I'm actually watching a few on eBay right now. Definitely have a look, because if you're looking at a silver prism of Patrick Mahomes rookie card, you're looking at about $18,000-ish. So you either buy a card or you put a mortgage down on a house, your choice, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely keeping an eye on this guy. Nice low prices, nice high potential comeback. All right, last lot I'm going to show you. We'll go for the lower grade. Well, to be honest, it's not the lower grade. It's a BGS 9.5. Again, if you send the BGS 9.5 off to PSA, it will probably come back as a 10, especially because on this one, the edges are a 10, the corners are a 10, and the others are the 9.5. Probably come back as a PSA 10. I've seen people crack these open, hold them on the side, crack the top with a pair of pliers, cut across the top, and then there's another plastic holder inside. Go on YouTube and watch the videos. I'm not going to do it for you. And then you just need to cut across the top, take the card out, send it off to the graders again. But doing that, you are risking ruining the card. So I'm going to keep this as a 9.5 because a lot of people doing the research know this is a 10, because look at the subgrades on that. Definitely a 10. If one of them was another 10, that would be a 10 all over. And then if they're all 10, you see the black label at the top, immaculate. All right, but this is the, I want to say second of this set. It's the base set from Japan, 1996. These come out before the base set did with the English writing on. So these are rarer than the regular set that everyone's going mad about. Again, it's not shadowless, but no problem because it come out before. And it's got a rarity sign down here. The first ever set, there's no rarity sign down there, which is the base. So basically this is the second ever Shiny Machamp Holo ever released. All right, so super rare. I bought this for, I think, what was it? £65 from a guy in America. And 3 months later, it went up to £300. So invest in Pokemon. Also, a little side note, Pokemon have made more money than the entire Star Wars franchise. And you know how big and popular Star Wars is. Pokemon is bigger. and more popular and make more money. I think how many people buy Pokemon cards every single day. I do loads of videos and invest in everything like that. But that, amazing investment for me. It's basically flawless. Now, I'm going to compare that to a PSA 10 Typhlosion. Japanese again. 1999. Only 3 years after this. And you got to think the Japanese other base set come out in probably 1998. But this is a Neo Genesis. Again, the Japanese cards are a few years ahead of the English set. So this is, see there, where is it? Double White Star there, double White Star. Baku Fun is the, I think it's the set it come from, I can't remember, but it's a Japanese Neo, super rare, super incredible set, especially when you start opening and see what shinies and rares you can get in there. And this is one of my favourite Pokemon when I was younger, so that's why I bought it, loved it. Seen it for £18 about 9-10 months ago. And now you try and buy that less than £100, you're very, very lucky. This is an older, see how old it is? This is an older PSA Sports, and you compare that to a newer, see the older style. They had to change these because there was replicas and duplicates and stuff like that being made to that. See that different seal? And if you look in here, there's like a watermark of PSA and across the top. Again, you can't go wrong. There has been 0 duplicates of this new style of PSA. I don't know how many of these there are, but this was, I think this was a little bit cheaper because there is a tiny little, well, I remember him saying there's a tiny crack in the case, but I can't see it now. It looks pretty flawless to me. A few scratches on surface scratches or whatever, but again, if you're going to compare it to one that's still got the package on, that's going to keep the case nice and clean and shiny, no bag. Case gets a bit worn up and battered because people just bang them in a box, get them out, show them, bang them in a box, get them out, show them. So they get a little bit scratched up, but that's it. All right, that is just a little overview of my personal collection of PSA and BGS cards that I've got right now. Basketball, Pokemon, American football and golf were the main 4 that I wanted to do. I want to get into tennis a little bit. Probably going to start with the lower end ones of some amazing rookies like, I don't know, Serena Williams, for example. There's some nice Rafa Nadal cards. Looking at their rookies from, I think they're from 2003. Do your research, look into things like that. Do your research, look into things like this. But collect what you enjoy collecting. Don't just buy stuff because you think it's going to be worth money. You probably just buy and forget about it. This is fun for me. I love it. The wife's loving it almost as much as me now because I let her open the Pokemon cases, as you can see in my other videos. My best friend Jordan also does a little bit of investing with me in when we want to buy like bulk buy cards and stuff like that. Recommend doing that. Get a friend or a partner who's into doing that with you. Recently bought a special delivery Pikachu card. I can't show you that right now because I've sent it off to the graders. When I bought it, it was £56. And last week it was £400 ungraded. And graded at a 10, it's about 10 grand. So the potential give back of investing in this kind of stuff, guys, is unbelievable. But I'd highly recommend you do your own research first. No less than 50 hours. Buy some cards, practice, watch on eBay, keep watching, see what the prices are doing. Follow the guys on YouTube that actually do the marketing for you and show you what prices are going down, up, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, if you've got any questions, just ask. I realized the other day that I mark down all my videos when I do them on YouTube as made for kids because I think, you know, Pokemon kids opening packs and stuff like that, but people can't comment on them. So I'm just going to mark them as, I'm not even going to put that. So if you want to comment, any comments are fine. Obviously, just don't be a dick about it because this is just my own personal journey. If you've got feedback about what cards are what and you want to swap, you want to trade, I've got lots of cards going on my eBay tonight from certain sets and stuff like that. Lots of optics, basketball optics from the rated rookies from 2019. So there's something to look out for. I'll put the link in my bio, or in the comments in my bio. Used to do an Instagram. I'll put the link in my comments on the YouTube description, whatever you want to call it. You can have a look at that, but feel free to, I mean, if you want to trade any of these with me, if you want to trade a few PSA 9s for a PSA 10 of a certain card, I'm well up for that. Go for it. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook, my name's Paul Kilbride. But please like and subscribe because it means a lot for me. I'm doing this just to help you guys out really, and I love doing it. So like and subscribe, push the bell button. You'll see when I get some new videos out and stuff like that. And I will be doing another review like this, hopefully in a few months when my first 40 PSA cards come back from the graders. But I'll be doing that with my friend Jordan because he's invested quite a bit in a few of those cards as well. So we'll be doing that together. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.